Can be a topic where there's a very few persistent regular, it's called frequent flyers, where there's a very few persistent regular, they're called frequent flyers. There's also a popular website called What Do They Know? People will advertise the fact that they've asked the organisation. People will advertise the fact that they've asked the organisation requests. So I'm going to hand over to Jonathan, because I've answered as much as I know, but Jonathan does it day on day. So thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah, with regards to requests, we have all that information. So we have all the subjects that people make requests for that. We have hot topics coming up time and time again. So we do record all that information to be able to see who's put the requests in. What Do They Know is definitely becoming the forefront of where these requests are coming from. And there are, as Jill's already pointed out, there are some frequent flyers that are quite prevalent on forums such as that.
Just turning, if I may, to internal reviews and referrals. I wonder how many of the internal reviews result in a different outcome to the original request, and the same goes, if you like, for referrals to the ICO.
So when it comes to internal reviews, a lot of those that are there are frequent flyers. Who will put in requests, not happy with the response that they've received from the council for whatever reason. I do a lot of the internal reviews, so I've got first-hand knowledge of all this. But then you will find the frequent flyers are still not happy, and then we'll go to the ICO. So a lot of the ones that you can see in the report are from two or three different individuals who've made those requests to us. It could be we've not responded within the 20 working days. That could be why they ask for an internal review. And normally the result of one that's overdue, shall we say, is that we get that information out to.
If we look at your point 8 about FOIs there, your number of requests that year on year has gone up from 1398 to 1726, which is quite large. And if you compare us with Moseley and Sefton, obviously we're an outlier there, far more work that you're having to do within Wirral. Are there any common themes that are coming out about what people are requesting FOIs for, and what can Wirral Council do to mitigate this and to really reduce these FOIs? Is it about information provision? What kind of information are particularly people concerned about? Thank you.
Yes, there are some common themes, and one of the solutions can be to publish information that people are asking lots of questions about. Sometimes it's part of a process that the council is going through, and once the council has gone through that process, then the theme kind of dissipates and goes away because we've concluded a process. But whilst people are cross and angry about it, or upset and want to challenge it, they'll use FOI. So there are a number of sort of issues that can occur at those times. It is something that we look at as a team to see what we can do to try and remove the frequent flyers or to mitigate.
Really, I'm hoping it's not meant to be an ideology concern, but referring to residents to frequent flyers doesn't line up to agree with me as a member of the public. So just a point to really consider our language in there. We are extremely welcome people contacting us, and we are running in time, and I think it's really positive that we reach out to understand when we have competitive contacts. But we should use that. So my question is, in terms of the information, how we use it intuitively to respond to the abundance, so it feels like a hypervision of 2-year environment. It could be defensible to the front-facing of the communication and engagement in those particular areas, and using the FOIs to increase customer improvement rather than trying to move them away and push them on.
Address this issue, and I think the joy of having brought together the information management team into my team directors, I also have a comms team. I also have the obligation to be the proper officer of council to ensure that decision making is transparent. So I think those three things are very easy and put together in my sort of areas of responsibility. So there's something I feel very strongly and passionately about in terms of how much transparency we have in decision making for our papers that we publish, but also for how much information we can engage and push out to our community. audiences, so it is very much in our minds. I think some of the people that are requesting the requesters that we've had to handle with have different agendas and can be quite difficult and troublesome to handle, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't encourage them once. It just means that we have to just really think about how we can process those requests.
And just on the back of that, on the tourism committee, we looked at the customer experience, we've looked at engagement. I think there's a piece which doesn't sit in this committee around consultation. If you do a consultation and then ignore the results, you are likely to probably trigger more requests other ways. So in the round, there's a lot I think we can do. The comms and the engagement piece is definitely, I think, on the work programme for tourism. The language around, I understand that, frequent flyer is a different, when you have got such a stark difference, when you're getting more than 600 more than nearest neighbours, that can be a problem. And I appreciate this is old data also that we're looking at. So in January, I assume we'll be able to have a bit of an update. In March, sorry, I'm saying January, yes. I wonder why you're shivering, Joyce. In March, will we have at least part year or more of an update? Because this is just to 24.